And one of these great stories this afternoon is that of Eastman Chemical. Eastman is amongst those helping to build this map and to push their business forward using this great technology. They simply work better connected. Please join me in welcoming Eastman Chemical's Vice President and Chief Information Officer and Vice Chairman of the ASUG Board, Keith Sturgill. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. I'd like to start our conversation this afternoon by telling you about one of my favorite places in the world, Alaska. My wife and I love to travel to Alaska. And a few years ago, we hired a pilot and a guide to take us back into the Katmai Wilderness. This was part of Katmai National Park in southern Alaska, where we spent the day watching Alaskan coastal grizzlies actively hunting and eating salmon. We saw many bears that day, as many as 10 at a time in very close proximity. I can tell you it was an intense and exciting day. I shared this experience with a member of my senior leadership team, Matt Looney, and encouraged him to go. And no, I wasn't trying to get rid of Matt or anything, but he came back with a picture that you see behind me of this big, bold Alaskan grizzly bear. So at this point, you're probably wondering, why is Keith up there talking to us about bears? Well, this bear represents something that I think we all need to be aware of. You see, this bear is large, probably 1,100 pounds or so, aggressive, predatory even. This bear will protect his turf literally at all costs. And you know what? This bear is only concerned about today. He's not worried about tomorrow. He's not worried about the future. So what do you think this bear represents for us this afternoon? Does anybody have a guess as to what this represents? And let me just tell you before you guess it, this is not your SAP account executive at the end of a quarter. Let's name this bear. He's status quo. This bear wants to keep you exactly where you are, wants you to fear the future, wants you to fear change. Status quo wants you to believe that what's made your business successful to this point is exactly what's needed to keep your business competitive in the future. We must beware of the bear. Because, guys, we live in a time of great opportunity. There has never been a better time to be a technology professional. We live and work in a time where the opportunities in front of us have never been greater. And you know what? I believe it only gets better from here. I personally love change. And you know, I know that makes me different, but through my eyes, the future looks exhilarating. As technology professionals, we're at the center of a transformation that I believe is at least as large as the Industrial Revolution of 150 years ago. We have a unique opportunity to be revolutionary, to be advocates for positive and, yes, even radical change in how our businesses operate, how they grow, and how they succeed in a dynamic global economy. You know, it wasn't that long ago that what separated the winners from losers was automation and efficiency, where the primary purpose of information technology was to produce an answer through computation, to manage a system of record, or to manage a transaction flow. But you know, times are changing. Instead of taking people out of the equation, people are moving back toward the center. Today, technology must empower people to foster ideas and develop insights so that they can make better, faster decisions as we move our businesses forward at an ever-increasing pace. That's the challenge that I'm facing as the CIO of Eastman Chemical. So who is Eastman, you may be asking? Well, a little more than 20 years ago, Eastman was spun from our parent, Eastman Kodak, into a brand new independent company. We were free to succeed or not, based on our own decisions. It was a very exciting time. Today, we're a Fortune 300 company with almost $10 billion in annual revenue. Over the last 5 years, we've delivered 5 consecutive years of record earnings, a rare thing, especially in our industry. Today, we are a growing and successful company, and it feels great. Guys, there is no substitute for growth. The transformation we've gone through has been remarkable, and SAP and ASUG have been a notable part of our journey. I was thinking back to when we began our SAP journey more than 20 years ago, and yes, I was there. I can remember hearing some rumors about this bold new initiative to globalize our company, to take it to the next level, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be part of something big, something that would have a lasting impact, and I also wanted something that would challenge me personally. Well, I got more than I asked for. I was selected as the first SAP basis person at Eastman Chemical. I was thrilled, excited. At the time, I had no clue what it meant. For those of you who go back that far, SAP was new in North America during those days, and I think it would be fair for us to say that there were a few opportunities, okay? I remember very specifically getting the latest technical documentation direct from Waldorf. Came via snail mail, obviously. I remember opening the box and pulling out a multi-ring binder, and it literally had hundreds of pages. So I began to read. And I came across this phrase that said, meadows of data. Didn't know what it meant. I thought, well, maybe this is a brand new technical term that I'd never heard before. I continued to read, and I would continue to see meadows of data. But as I continued to read, eventually I realized this had to be a translation issue. The German phrase that had been translated into meadows of data should have been translated fields of data. Right? So I'm happy to say that I've transitioned through the meadows and I've chosen to make my career at Eastman. Eastman is a special company with great people and a wonderful culture, highly collaborative and highly ethical. I'm part of a special team, and I'm especially proud of the role that the men and women of Eastman Information Technology have played in the transformation of our company. You see, without great people, we would not be where we are today. And I certainly wouldn't be on this stage talking to you this afternoon. We have a long and rich history with SAP. SAP has been our business platform for multiple decades now. We believe deeply in the integrated enterprise that SAP enables. We consider it a competitive advantage. It would be nearly impossible for me to overstate the positive impact that SAP has had on Eastman. But you know, have you noticed? The world is changing rapidly. There is a great book by Marshall Goldsmith that's called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. And that's very true for leaders. It's true for companies. And I would say it's especially true in times of great change. I want you to step back and I want you to ask yourself this question. What if the primary purpose of information technology was not centered around reducing human involvement or a drive for relentless efficiencies, but instead was focused on magnifying human involvement, making people more insightful, more innovative, and more productive? Make no mistake about it, we are facing a defining moment. Things will never be the same. So let me say this again. We are at the beginning of a revolution that is at least as big as the Industrial Revolution of 150 years ago. I remember this time last year, I watched Bill McDermott on this very stage stand up here and talk about this idea of run simple. I remember thinking, this message is really resonating with me more than I thought that it would. And I went away thinking, wow, that's a big vision. I can't imagine a bigger challenge for SAP. And you know what? It won't be easy for SAP. It won't be easy for us as customers. But as I continued to think about this, I thought, you know, that's really what vision is all about. Creating a picture of the future that produces passion. And I think we can all agree that things that are transformational are never easy. Today, SAP delivers value to my business every minute of every day in every region of the world. Without SAP, we don't serve our customers, we don't ship product, and at some point, we don't manufacture product. It is without a doubt mission critical. But you know, it would be a stretch to call it simple. Okay, it would be a lie to call it simple, all right? We do sophisticated things. Our business, like yours, requires sophistication. I mean, at Eastman, we make brand new materials, and we use them in things that you touch every day, from the screen on your smartphone, to the paint on your car, to the BPA-free water bottle that you take with you to the gym. So this idea of run simple, do I believe this statement? Do I believe it's even possible? I've thought a lot about this, And I began to think, you know, wouldn't it be great if we could deliver software that was so intuitive that it didn't require training? Or at least it didn't require multiple pages of instructions on how to enter a simple expense statement. Or wouldn't it be great if we had an easy way to identify and remove value-destroying complexity from our companies? And wouldn't it be great if, as we deliver groundbreaking, needle-moving capability, we could do it in a way that was so irresistible to our end consumers that it made robust change management plans obsolete? But I continued to think, and I thought, you know, it's more than that. This idea of run simple is more than just making software easy to use. If we're going to succeed at this, we've got to rethink how our businesses operate from the ground up. We've got to rethink how we make decisions within our companies. You see, the world is changing at an ever-increasing pace, and that change is driving complexity into the decisions that we're trying to make every day. Let me give you a couple of examples from our business. Complexity for Eastman is a pricing manager trying to figure out the optimum price point for a product when all of a sudden the price of crude oil plummets, a big deal in our industry. Or it's a sales rep trying to figure out an accurate demand forecast when she's not really sure how much a key customer is going to order this month, this quarter, or this year. So can we simplify in the midst of this growing complexity? Can technology help us? Absolutely. That's why I am so excited about the opportunity in front of us. Let me tell you how we're tackling this problem at Eastman. Recently, we formed a group we call Data Science. And this is a group that has the mission to enhance decision-making at Eastman. This is a group of operations research, statisticians, and IT professionals that are doing some incredible things. They're starting to anticipate the future. And I'm expecting that HANA will be part of their tool set very soon. So let me give you a specific example of how Eastman is taking the complex and making it simple. Part of Eastman's annual business planning process requires our sales rep to enter a rolling 24-month demand forecast, a labor-intensive effort. We engaged our data science group, and they created an optimized statistical forecast which gave a much better picture of demand, and we automatically populated our SAP systems. The results were immediate. We saw as much as a 30% improvement in some cases, and that's huge. But more importantly, we believe this will put in place a flywheel effect where our sales reps can spend more time with customers, get to know them better, deeper, in a more profound way. They'll discover insights that allow us to serve them better, not just today, but develop the products that will serve them better into the future. So as we simplify our business, we'll give people time to think, time to plan, and time to strategize. We'll give them the right information in the right context to make better, faster decisions at every level of our company. Because we must make our business more agile. Because I firmly believe that fast and right beats slow and right every time. And guys, this is heavy lifting. It will not be easy. This journey to simplifying business will be demanding, far more demanding than prior journeys. But the rewards will be so much greater. And that's why I believe this is a journey that should not be tackled in solitude. Like Jeff said, there is no map for this. you will need a group of like-minded people to go with you on this journey. And that's exactly what you'll find in America's SAP Users Group. At Eastman, we've been part of ASUG since the beginning, literally. We found it a great place to share information, to understand potential areas of problem, to uncover certain areas of value maybe that we hadn't thought about. But we've also found it to be a great place to grow and develop people. My very first external speaking engagement was at an ASUG event in 1993. Yeah, 1993. And I'm not alone. Eastman professionals have contributed to every area of ASUG since the beginning. As a matter of fact, we've contributed more than 100 presentations to ASUG over the years because we believe in the value of contributing to and learning from the experience of others. So guys, as I wrap this up, remember how I introduced this talk? Remember the bear? What did we name him? There we go. We got status quo, because status quo wants you to believe that what I just talked about is too hard for your business. Status quo wants you to believe that what I've just talked about isn't necessary for your business. Status quo wants you to believe that what has made your business successful today will be what's necessary to keep you competitive in the future. We must move forward with a sense of urgency. Days matter, because defining moments are just that, moments. They will disappear as quickly as they appeared. Speed matters. So let's commit now to the hard task in front of us, the task of moving our businesses to a better place, a simpler place, where technology enables our teams to outthink and out-execute the competition. Guys, we are the stewards of technology for our generation. Let's be part of something bigger than ourselves. Let's be part of something with a lasting impact. I believe firmly that SAP has the vision for transformative business technology. And as importantly, I believe SAP has the engineering expertise to deliver on that vision. And most of all, I believe that ASUG has the network and the leadership to help each of us apply this vision to our companies. So let's be bold and let's be courageous as we go down this road together. Oh, and remember, beware of the bear. Thank you.
You did great. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Sturgill. Let's give him another round of applause. What an amazing story.